What's going on YouTube, man? It's your boy Deontay and I'm back with another video. In today's video, I got a story time of how I sold my friend's girl back in middle school. You read the title. If you're new, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on that notifications button to see more videos like this. But without further ado, let's get into the story. Come on. Alright, so boom, before I get into the actual story, I want to give y'all a little bit of backstory of what happened before that, alright? Me and my homie, we gonna call him Brian, right? We not cool no more, don't ask what happened. I'm saying, that ain't my homie no more, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no bad blood between us a little bit, but we just kind of fell out a little bit. Don't ask what happened between us. Look, me and he was my homie at the time, right? And he was dating this girl, right? He was dating this girl. We're gonna call her Don, okay? Just fuck it. Okay, I'm not using nobody's real names. You know what I'm saying? I want to put their business out there, so we're gonna call her Don, right? He was talking to this girl named Don, and him and Don, they were like, they liked each other. You know what I'm saying? They were, you know what I'm saying? They was fucking with each other. But then soon, you know what I'm saying, he started adding me to calls with him and his girl. Now I don't know weird shit, you know what I'm saying? Like his girl was my friend. Like I wasn't like I didn't even want his girl. That was actually like, you know what I'm saying, that was my homegirl or some shit. And then eventually she added her friend and like calls and shit too. And then her friend that she added, right? Me and her, you know what I'm saying? Eventually, you know what I'm saying, some tension built up between us. And then, you know what I'm saying, I liked her, right? We gonna call her Tia, right? Her friend, her name was Tia, right? I liked her. I feel like she was fucking with me. And then one thing led to the other. We started getting together. We started dating and shit like that. It was like, this was like the summer of 5th grade going into 6th grade, right? And then after that summer ended, we had broke up. Now like we didn't break up on no bad blood or some shit. We was still cool. We just broke up, you know what I'm saying, over some, you know what I'm saying, elementary, middle school, dumb shit, you know what I'm saying? So we had ended up breaking up, and then, fast forward 2 years, right? Tia, the girl that I used to talk to, right? She started talking to my homegirl, right? So my homegirl, she was a stud, and this is the friend that I took the girl from, right? So she started talking to her, right? This was like, everybody knew about it, it was known, you know what I'm saying, they was together. I feel like they was together for like 7-8 months during the time. So they was together for a little minute, right? They wasn't a new couple. So then, and like I said, me and Tia, we didn't break up on no bad blood, you know what I'm saying? We was still cool. So I still had her number, she still had mine and shit. And then also Don and Brian, they broke up too. And that's when this story gets spicy. So knowing that they broke up, right? Don, my homie's ex, she came to me and she was telling me to put her back on with Brian and shit. And I was like, sure, whatever, I got you. I ain't really give a fuck, but you know what I'm saying, I just did it just because, you know what I'm saying. I put her back on, right? And then Brian, he was like, if he hop on that, I gotta hop on that with Tia. But me, I also knew that Tia was with my homegirl. We don't call her Amy, right? So Tia was with Amy, which was my homegirl, right? And me knowing that, I didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, ruin no friendships or nothing. So I was like, my initial thought was, you know what I'm saying, no. But then I got to thinking, and I was like, how she gonna find out? And that was the dumbest thing I could have ever thought. So fast forward like a week later, right? I ended up talking to Tia again, right? While she was still with my friend, right? So it was kind of like a two-man again. But this time, nobody knew about it. So Don was with Brian again, I was with Tia. And eventually we started, like, you know what I'm saying, doing phone calls and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Playing Roblox together, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Subtle stuff. And then, so in my middle school, right? 7th, 8th grade, we had went outside. It was like, it wasn't recess, but like after lunch we used to go outside like almost all the time after lunch. And like when we was outside, we used to play. It wasn't no playground or like that. They used to bring out basketball and shit like that. We had a hoop, you know what I'm saying, a field to talk and shit like that. So we used to go outside during my middle school, and we went outside that one day, right? And then since me and Tia was still kind of, we was talking on the low, while she was still with my homegirl, the stud, Amy. And Amy didn't know nothing about this during this time. Well, she was about to. Because I fucked up so hard, I'm telling you, I would still regret this to this day. So me, right, when we was outside, you know what I'm saying, we was talking and shit like that. me, since we were like talking, and I had like, I didn't smack her ass, but I did like on some playing shit, like on some playful shit. Like I didn't actually touch it. Like I was like this away from it. I didn't touch it. Like I didn't make no contact with it, but I had did like this. You know what I'm saying? Like I was about to. And when I tell you, one of her friends saw that, one of Amy's friends saw that, Tia's girlfriend, Amy, one of her friends saw that I did that. I'm telling you, word got out so crazy, bro. The next thing I know, Amy come up to me. She was like, "Hey, you slapped my girlfriend ass? You touched my girlfriend ass?" I was like, "Oh shit," because I knew the thing was about to get real. I knew she was about to get real. I just knew it, and I was just like, "Nah. We was just playing. We was playing." And she kind of gave me like some side eye look, like some like she didn't kind of believe me. Like it was like, you bet not. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And what's it called? After that, what's it called? She kind of started watching us closely, because at the time we still had classes together. Mind you, this was like 7th grade, right? This was 2 years ago. Yes, I was in 7th grade 2 years ago. Nigga, I'm a freshman now. What? Anyways, yeah. So this was like 7th grade, right? So we still had classes together and shit. Me, Amy, and Tia. In fact, I forgot to leave this one important detail out. Me, Amy, and Tia all had one class together, and that class was my 3rd period, bro. So after I had did that, and after she started watching me a little closer a little bit, me and Tia was still talking, right? We was still, you know what I'm saying, because we didn't think nobody would ever, you know what I'm saying, find out we was fucking around with each other and shit. So we was still talking, right? And we started flirting, you know what I'm saying, going to sleep on the phone, doing all that, you know what I'm saying, couple shit. Next thing turned to the other. You know what I'm saying? She was kind of my girlfriend during this time. It was like 2 weeks after that. She was kind of like she wasn't my girlfriend. I didn't make it official. I ain't say nothing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't asked her to be my girl yet. But she was, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of like mutual. You know what I'm saying? We knew that we were like, we knew that we were together, right? So during this time, right, I think I could have did the dumbest shit I could have ever fucking done, bro. So, like I said, 2 weeks prior to this, I had did, you know what I'm saying, I almost slapped her ass, right? And then the word was still going out that I had did that. Word was still going around. You know what I'm saying, 2 weeks later. I don't know why, because middle school rumors don't really last that long, but this one did. And rumors was going around that I stole Amy's girl. Yes, niggas was saying I stole her girl. And Amy heard this, and she was like, she came up to me, and she was like, "What y'all got going on? What's all this? What y'all got going on?" Cause she knew me and the girl were exes. So she came up to me, she was like, what y'all got going on? What happened? What? She was asking a whole bunch of questions and shit. You know what I'm saying? Trying to confirm me, trying to like kind of press me a little bit. And me, okay, this was 7th grade at the time, bro. I was kind of a little bitch a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just a tad bit. So I was like, nah, we ain't got no, it's nothing, no. She texted me, she wanted me. I was doing some shit like that. And I was like, I can show you messages, no, trust me. Yes, bro, I was doing shit like that. And then she had said, call her after school to show her what we be talking about. Right then in that moment, my fucking heart sank like a shit, bro. Oh my goodness, my shit plopped all the way down, I'm telling you. So, fast forward like an hour after that, right? It's time to go home, right? My heart beating fast as fuck. I'm walking home, trying to go slow as fuck, trying to walk home slow and shit like that, right? I'm walking home. Eventually I get home, I open the door, I come in my room, I call her, and then she like show me what we be talking about, show her our text messages and shit. She wanted to see if like we were actually talking and if the rumors were true or not. So I had ended up showing her. I don't know why I did, bro. I should have said no, but I had ended up showing her. And when I tell you, this lady was mad as fuck. Oh my goodness, I don't know why I was so scared, but I was scared, bro. I was genuinely scared as fuck, bro. After I showed her, right, when I showed her, she was screen recording everything, taking screenshots and shit, like getting receipts of her, you know what I'm saying, cheating and shit. And after that, it was the weekend, right? Because I went home on a Friday, right? So it was still Saturday and Sunday, I didn't have no school. So for those 2 days, Boy, I tell you, I did not want to go to school so fucking bad, bro. I was so scared because I knew there were rumors going around about me, bro. I knew there were rumors going around about me doing what I did. So, fast forward 2 days. I end up going back to school on Monday, and I get a lot of like weird looks when I come back. Like everybody's like looking at me weird, you know what I'm saying? Kind of whispering. Oh yeah, I heard this talking. Oh yeah, I heard. You know what I'm saying? How niggas can't whisper and shit. I was hearing this shit kind of subtle a little bit. And but yeah, nobody really like after like 2 days, nobody really cared, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I knew I was posting in like a GC or something, but after like 2 days, nobody really gave a fuck, bro. I'm not gonna lie. And then after like a month or two in, me and Amy got back cool. Cause look, me and her wasn't really like this, right? We were like kind of like we were kind of like this. Like that was my homegirl, but that wasn't my homegirl. If you know what I mean, like. You know what I'm saying? Like, we were cool, but we wasn't, like, best friends. I would never do no shit like that to one of my best friends. Fuck no. Hell no. I ain't no ill like that, nigga. Especially not now, right? I never do that again. But this is the end of my story. If you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe and follow all my social medias. And click that bell for more notifications so you can see when I post. But yeah, love y'all. See y'all in the next video. Peace.